Testing. Okay. Good afternoon, Central Pennsylvania. This is forecaster Zach Briscoe. We're going to be taking a quick look at the storm coming up for us here tomorrow. Let's stop that. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is forecaster Zach Briscoe for Central PA Forecasting. This is going to be it. The third big storm coming up for us, especially for the southern and southeastern areas of the area here. No. And we're watching another storm possible later in the week. These storms just keep coming. It's crazy, people. It's nuts. We're going to keep getting these storms. It's insane. No. Okay. And at this point, the storm of Monday looks more like rain for southern... Jeez. Excuse me. And now that second event doesn't seem to be such a big threat now for the midweek event. It now just seems to mainly bring in maybe some snow showers as a low. And the second event I was talking about earlier, saying chaos, it looks like it is now mainly just going to stay off the coast. And however, it's going to back into Maine. Okay, I'm going to have to. And welcome to Foot's Forecast at 12, everybody. I'm forecaster Zach Briscoe. We're going to take a look at the current conditions here in central Pennsylvania, and then we're going to go take a look at the current conditions in... Good afternoon, everybody. This is Foot's Forecast at noon. I'm forecaster Zach Briscoe. I'm going to take a quick look at the current conditions and the 5-day... Good afternoon, everybody. I'm forecaster Zach Briscoe, and this is Foot's Forecast at noon. We're going to take a quick... breathe. Good afternoon, everybody. This is forecaster Zach Briscoe, and this is Foot's Forecast at noon. I need a screen. And that's your central Pennsylvania forecast. Now I'm going to throw it to my weather associated. Ugh. And that's your central Pennsylvania forecast. Now I'm going to throw it to my weather associate for... Jeez. And that's your central Pennsylvania forecast. I'm forecaster Zach Briscoe. Now I'm going to toss it to my weather associate. Okay. And that is your weather for... Jeez, this is terrible. And that's your weather forecast. No. And that's your sense of... And that's your central Pennsylvania forecast that I'm... Oh my gosh. And that was your central Pennsylvania forecast. I'm forecaster Zach Briscoe. Now I'm going to toss it over to my weather associate, forecaster Dakota, for the Central Maryland forecast. A good Sunday evening to you. This is forecaster Zach Briscoe here at Foot's Forecast at 11. Tonight we'll be going over central... No. And a good evening to you here on Foot's Forecast at 11. I'm forecaster Zach Briscoe. Tonight we will be... And a good evening to you. This is Foot's Forecast at 11. I'm forecaster Zach Briscoe. Tonight we will be going over the central PA weather and also central Maryland weather. First, we'll start out with central Pennsylvania, but we have a couple quick added notes here. On the next week, we'll be adding forecast... Oh, jeez. I need to sleep. And a good evening to you. This is Foot's Forecast at 11. I'm forecaster Zach Briscoe. Tonight, we will be going over the central Pennsylvania weather and central Maryland weather. And within the next week, we'll be adding weather in the news and this week in weather. Those will be added within the next week. We'll be starting out with central PA right now. One more. Well, Forecast of Dakota. Well, Forecast of Dakota, Greg is off tonight, but we will be adding his feature in here soon. We'll be having weather in the news, and also, actually, what is Greg doing? Let me take a look. Oh. Well, thank you, Forecast of Dakota. Greg is off tonight. He will be back tomorrow. Well, he's not going to be back, will he? Can you shut the door, please? I'm on the phone. I mean, not on the phone. I'm videotaping. Well, thanks, Forecast of Dakota. Greg is off tonight. He will be starting his feature tomorrow. His feature will be national weather and storms upcoming. Also, we have weather in the news. Mr. Foot will be taking care of that. This has been Foot's Forecast at 11. Hope everybody has a great night. See you all tomorrow afternoon. Oh. And thank you, Forecast of Dakota. Greg is off tonight. He will be starting his feature tomorrow, which is national weather and upcoming storms. Mr. Foot will be doing a story on weather in the news. We have a couple new things upcoming, and this site will continue. No, what am I talking about? I don't know. Thank you, Forecast of Dakota. Thank you, Forecast of Dakota. Greg is off tonight. He will be starting his feature tomorrow, which is national weather and storms. Mr. Foot will be doing weather in the news. We have a couple new things coming up on this site. And also, what am I talking about? God. Okay. Thank you, Thank you, Forecast of Dakota. Greg is off tonight. He will be starting his feature tomorrow, which is national weather and storms. Mr. Foot will be taking care of a feature called Weather in the News. This has been Forecaster. Thank you, Forecast of Dakota. My name is Greg. Jeez.